friends. I hope you all are having a wonderful week and a good Thanksgiving week. Hopefully you're gonna be able to eat lots of turkey tomorrow. I'm here in our office. This is my favorite chair. It has also become like the favorite chair of everybody here. Everyone fights over it, including the dogs. They love to sit in it. So today we are still in our series of It's Personal. This is week 2. And so we're continuing our talk on being personal. And I think what's really interesting is sometimes we have friends that we feel like we know really well, but then they surprise us in some ways, and we question if we really know them at all. And when I think of this, I think the perfect example is Tristan. And so many of y'all know Tristan, who is one of our small group leaders for the boys group. And Tristan and I have been friends for maybe about 6 years now. And I feel like constantly through the 6 years, Tristan has continually surprised us with things we had no clue about him until like we became closer and started to learn more about him. Like we learned that he is an Eagle Scout, which is amazing and like very like not easy to do. He also can solve a Rubik's Cube, which I had no idea. So he continually surprises me, and I feel like that is the case with a lot of us. We feel like we can know somebody and still not really know them. The majority of people don't feel like anyone really gets us 100%, but you were made to have someone that gets you and understands you and knows what your real world is like. And so it would be nice if we all had someone like that, but instead, most of the time, it feels like nobody really gets us all the way. Now, the first followers of Jesus were Jewish, and therefore they just kind of assumed that anyone who followed Jesus was Jewish. Now, of course, that made people who were non-Jewish feel like they didn't fit in. But as we know, Jesus is and was for everyone despite of their background. So everyone wanted to see what Jesus was like, and that included Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus wanted to see Jesus so much that he climbed in a tree to be able to see him through the crowd of people. And Jesus looked out for the poor and mistreated people, and really nobody was quite better than mistreating people and causing them to be poor than Zacchaeus. So Jesus looks up and he sees him in the tree, and he calls him out and invites himself over to Zacchaeus' house for dinner. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, "Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today." Now, having someone in your home sent a message of friendship. So he came down at once and welcomed him gladly. Why did Jesus invite himself over? Well, because he cared about what Zacchaeus cared about. Jesus understood that Zacchaeus was just a person who wanted to belong. And so Jesus went over to his place to show him that he did. And so if any of you have ever felt like you don't know how Jesus feels about you, hopefully the story of Zacchaeus brings you some encouragement. And so it's personal because Jesus knows what matters to you. And the personal Jesus surprised Zacchaeus and definitely surprised the people around them. All right, so this week I have 2 things I want you to try. And so the first one is to talk to Jesus about what matters to you. Jesus cares about what you care about, and so start there. Talk to him, pray with him, be real with him, and share those things with him because it is personal to him. And so number 2, talk to others about what interests them. When it came to Zacchaeus, it wasn't personal for the crowd he was in. The people had basically made up their mind about who they thought Zacchaeus was and what mattered to him, but they didn't really know him at all. And Jesus was the one who made it personal and knew that all Zacchaeus wanted was a sense of belonging. So maybe there are people in your life that you have kind of done like they did with Zacchaeus. So you've made assumptions about them and not really tried to get to know them. So that's why this week you should try to talk about what interests them with others. So then maybe you can start to really understand and know who that person is and make it personal with them. Let go of the ideas that you've had about them and do for someone what Jesus did for Zacchaeus. In his letter to the church of Philippi, Paul writes about this very idea. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of the others. Philippians 2:3-4. So, do you really know what matters to the people you care about? Have you really taken the time to make it personal with them and really get to know them? When we take time to be personal with others, we are living like Jesus, because it is personal, because Jesus knows what matters to you. And so we now have the chance to go and do the same for others.